We're in business and correct right side up, I presume.
Okay. There was one last late sale. Did you see that?
I did get that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, I'll start here. Hey everybody, and welcome shipheads to another episode of Mail Call Again. Is that what we're called?
So far, yeah, we're still calling that.
So far, have you been compiling a list of name changes? Just like, God, I cannot wait to change this name.
No, I mean I haven't come up with anything better, so we're good. No, I like the Mail Call Again.
It's kind of funny because every time I start doing that little bit, I realize it's like, wait, do I know what I'm saying here? And then it always just comes up naturally. So I was like, okay. And then Mail Call Again, I was like, that is still. So anyway, yeah. My name is Baby New Year.
Yeah, I'm Rick. I don't like how you do that because you really screw me over when you start off stuff like that.
Your name is Why Do You Never Think of a Name to go into this? Go ahead.
You should be organic, obviously, but you should like say what your name's going to be so I can try to come up with a rebuttal because I have no idea where you're going with it.
Well, I would consider giving you a heads up to remind you that I'm going to do another random name to give you the opportunity to at least get in that mindset. And even that would be a stretch for me because it is one of my favorite things to know that. And I totally get, like, there's no reason you would think of that between right now and 48 hours from now, the next time we do this. Like, there's no reason for you to think of it. So of course it catches you off guard every time. And it's pretty funny. As soon as you say silence.
As soon as you say shipheads, I'm instantly like, oh shit! Like, I gotta think of something real quick.
Oh god damn it! All right, well, like I said, I will consider reminding you that something is coming. I'm probably never. I can safely say I'm never going to tell you exactly what. Because half the time I don't even know ahead of time. So. Anyway, welcome back, 2023. I don't even know what episode because it's been so long. What are we on, 18, 19?
19. I was just looking at what our last one was.
Okay.
Our last one was 18. So
now the last one was sideways, so I didn't put that up. So is that the one you're looking at?
No, the last one. Well, it's up. Whichever one was up is the last one.
Oh, okay. 18. It's 18. Okay, gotcha. All right, episode 19. Here we go.
So it's been 2 weeks since we've actually had assuming this one gets all the way through and gets posted, it'll be 2 weeks. And we've done one.
Yeah. And it's a big one. There's 5 days of sales here. So
yeah, 5 days of sales, but not 5 days worth of sales.
Not 5 days of price. Yeah.
Yeah. But I haven't been listing as much, so I kind of blame myself for that. Been busy.
It felt like it just like the fourth quarter, the Christmas season, the holiday season is a lot, and maybe you kind of like we're on fumes towards the finish line,
maybe,
as opposed to which. You have all the stuff to do with your business at this time of year, and then like you also have a family, so there's a lot going on.
And I didn't have a lot of good stuff. A lot of times you get those big ticket items that sell, and I didn't really have that. So I was grinding through these Moen items, which we did sell a handful of them, and so I still have a few of those left. I just every time I look at it, like, I don't want to do those, but there's an auction that ends tomorrow that I bid on tons of stuff, so hopefully there'll be some good stuff coming in.
Okay, nice. Like just all kinds of random stuff, or in any one particular area, or
yeah, it's all random.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if we go into 2023, I'm now, because I interrupted you prematurely, I'm now going to steal your thunder and say, so how was your weekend? What did you guys do? You guys went on a trip, right?
Went up north to the in-laws and did our Christmas up there, and did some snowmobile riding and some just hanging out with family. Yeah, So it was good. It was fun.
Did you like get a chance to go out by yourself, or were you riding with someone?
No, I shouldn't even say I rode. I never even
You
rode
definitely should
because
say you rid.
it was basically I took Nora and Mila around, so it wasn't like going fast. It was going really
Oh,
slow, just
sure.
around the yard a little bit.
Yeah.
So I didn't really actually get to go snowmobiling,
Okay.
what most people would consider snowmobiling. But it was
Yeah.
fun to at least get outside. It was nice up there for once. Usually when you go up there, it's 20 below out and windy, and it was 20
I would
above
imagine.
and not windy.
Yeah.
So
And that's July
it was
4th,
nice.
so you know.
Right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome. It was.
I heard you say the 4th, and I was looking like it's not even January 4th now. Like, what the hell are
Yeah,
you talking about?
I was a little surprised you didn't. I mean, whether it was a laugh or a groan, I was surprised I didn't get more of a response from that joke. But yeah, it was terrible. So then to answer your question, not a ton going on around here. I've never been a big New Year's guy, so I wasn't really. I'm not really inclined to go out of my way to do much.
Yeah.
But I think we watched a couple movies and had some Christmas liqueur left over, so had a drink or two, and it was cool. It was very relaxing, very chill.
Yeah.
We watched Bullet Train. Have you heard of that at all?
I feel like I've seen that before. Who's that? It's
actually-
an older movie, right?
Oh no, this is a new one. Are you thinking of the Woody Harrelson, Wesley Snipes vehicle
Yeah.
Money Train from the 90s?
It definitely was what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
So is this like a prequel to that Money Train, or?
Yeah. Well, if anything, it's a sequel because it was Brad Pitt, so I guess he could have been playing the Woody Harrelson character. I'm not sure. I didn't really think of it. No, this is I think this just came out this year. Maybe it was a straight to Netflix thing, I think. Or not this year, last year, I guess. God, I got a 20 below in the summer in Minnesota joke, and I got it's not even the same year anymore joke. It's like 10 minutes.
No, he missed out on last episode. Was you to say,
I
guess I'll see
know.
you next year.
I thought that at some point. I don't know why, but I did think of that. Like, oh, we didn't even get to make the see you next year joke. Probably for the better.
Yeah.
Anywho, it was a really fun movie. I'm not sure that I would directly recommend it to you. Like, oh, this is definitely your type of movie, but I think you would have fun with it. I think you guys would enjoy it.
So it's on Netflix.
It is on Netflix. Yeah.
Is it a superhero one?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm watching a trailer and that I was kind of confused. Yeah, I've never heard of it. I don't have Netflix, so I
okay,
don't
gotcha.
watch it, so
well, okay then.
So screw it.
Screw it. I wonder when "screw it" became a phrase for like, okay, well, never mind then. Like, screw it.
Well, it happened back in the Ford plants, in the like when they're making Model Ts. And Henry Ford was like, "Come on, guys, let's get to it." And then one guy was just like, "Screw it," and it was like screwing them in, putting it together on the assembly line. I think that's where it's from.
Okay. I'd buy that for $1.
No.
You just automatically very quickly went to it started in the Ford plant. Like, was that just off the top of your head? How did that happen?
Yeah, I don't know. I was just trying to think of where you would screw stuff in, and that's figured some back in the day.
All right, well, that was fun. That was pretty good.
All right. Well, we should probably go on. We have like what, 30 how many hours we got?
33 or no, 34 33. Now, I think, with the late one technically. So yeah, it's funny when I looked at the order for the first time today since I started it like 5 days ago. I was like, whoa, these first items I barely it's like memory. Item number 1, which was very memorable, was a Jimmy Dean CD. I guess that was a country guy. Is that?
Yeah, apparently.
Okay. Nothing to do with sausage, obviously. I mean, I'm making all the obvious jokes tonight,
Right.
so that's not a sausage thing.
I don't think so. No.
CDs are $3.49.
You are correct, sir.
All right, Jimmy Dean's Greatest. It's just so simple that it makes me laugh. Sold for $13.73. Profit of $6.62. That was listed back in October of last year.
Was that 2022 then? Is that what you're saying? So,
correct. Yes.
Okay.
Next, we have one of 469 Moen items tonight.
Okay. So,
yeah, go ahead.
So you have to remind me. You have to remind me because I know one of them is a double. Is a one
yeah.
two. So
okay.
I'll find the right one here.
This is a replacement spray shower head.
Okay.
Now, I don't feel like at this point in our lives, being the same age, that it's really so did you get any great Christmas presents situation? Because, like, you don't really get great Christmas presents much at this age.
No.
Every once in a while, something random comes up, and it's like, yeah, I got new golf clubs or something significant. But, you know, it's pretty spotty. So, did you happen to get anything noteworthy this year?
I got a gift certificate or one of those like gift cards for $200 from my father-in-law.
Just like a Visa one or whatever.
Yeah. Did I tell you about when I went to play basketball?
You did, yeah.
So I blew up my shoe.
Yes. Yes.
I bought a pair of new shoes. That was
Nice.
bought myself something. So that was and I don't know, I can't think of. Target got me a new monitor for down here, which is pretty nice. It's like a big ass.
Oh, cool.
24-inch monitor or some crazy thing. It's really big.
For where you are right now or in the other room?
No, in the other room.
Okay. Yeah.
You don't realize how shitty monitor, like, you know, all the monitors I have are probably 20 years old, but you don't realize how bad they are.
Yeah.
It would get a new one and they're so crisp and clear. Like,
yeah. It's like when TVs turn to flat TVs. It's like, what?
$6.51 to ship this replacement part.
Which sold for $29.85 and made a profit of $15.57. That was less than a month ago. December 13 was when that was listed. Up next, we have a Sanyo car stereo cassette player. Now, how does a dork like you, who probably like has never bought a specific pair of shoes for a specific pair, like, reason in a long time, other than just like you buy shoes because you need shoes, like, how does a guy like you go about selecting which shoes he wants? Like, how did you just pick a random pair? Like, who cares? Because I would definitely, like, I kind of have a little bit of a shoe thing. Like, I think shoes are fun. Like, they're cool.
Yeah.
And so I would, like, make a point to get something really sweet and, like, really cool looking. I don't imagine you cared that much. So what did you do to select your shoes?
because they are for basketball.
Right.
They need to be comfortable. And usually Nikes for me to wear everyday Nikes are not comfortable. My feet hurt a lot when I wear Nikes.
Okay, sure.
Obviously, Nikes one of the top tier of basketball shoes.
Right.
Since I'm not going to really be walking in these things, they're just going to be playing for basketball. I bought some Nikes.
Nice.
And I just went to, and I'm such not a sneakerhead. I don't remember what kind they are. They're, I don't know. They're like $100 on sale. So
yeah,
that's more or less what I look for is what's on sale that I can get not pay full retail price for.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, paying full retail price, especially for you, is like, yeah, that just doesn't really compute.
Buying new for me doesn't compute usually.
Right. Well, that's why I was interested, because I was just, I could imagine you, like, how will you pick shoes? Because, like, who cares? You don't buy new stuff ever. Like, yeah. So when you went into the store, did you, like, did you look around at all, or did you just see, okay, on sale, okay, these, and that was pretty much that? Or did you look at style and color?
I instantly went to the clearance aisle and didn't find any that were my size. So then I was able to go through. And I don't know. I picked out some that I thought were kind of cool looking, and they weren't just plain black and white. So I picked those up. And then I just have them sitting on the counter, and Carl's like, "Where did these come from?" I was like, "Oh, I bought these from basketball shirts. You picked these out? These are ugly."
Just right off the bat.
Yeah, I was like, I thought they're kind of cool, but okay, whatever. It's basketball shoes.
All right. Well, even before we got to that part of the story, I was realizing that I'm absolutely going to need a picture. So,
yeah,
you make that happen whenever you get a chance.
I didn't know.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be like now, but at some point. Yeah. Those are ugly.
I know.
Did I tell you I was attempting to do a crash course in the music of 2022 before the end of the year? Did that come up at all ever?
Yeah, I'm gonna pause here quick.
Yeah.
12:52.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. Like, that you could just interrupt me at any time to keep this moving forward, right?
Yeah.
The Sanyo car stereo sold for $115.16, made a profit of $80 even. Listed October 18, 2022.
Yeah, so you're gonna listen to all the top albums of 2022. Did you get through them this weekend, or?
I did get through them all, and yeah. So I think the reason I brought that up is just because that was a lot of what I've been doing as well.
Did you have a clear-cut album of the year by Steve?
I did. I kind of already had it going in because the one album that I absolutely knew came out in 2022 that I started listening to the very day it came out by chance was Blackpink, because of course I developed a Blackpink obsession last year, and so that was on the list that I was going from. They had it at 25. I had it at a rocket ship to number 1, but yeah. Next we have a Sony bass and treble knob replacement.
$388. Did you rank any more other than the top, that one? Did you rank them at all, or just that's your best?
So this all kind of started because a mutual friend and former classmate, Dr. Nate, texted me early in December talking about a end of the year list, and so that's kind of why I did that. And
nice.
So I did. Cool. Yeah, I did put something together for him that was just like I think I got top 10. So yes, I did, and I can look at that at some point here. Oh shit. Oh, okay, there we go. So the stereo knob sold for $18.94, profit of $11.71. No list date on that one. Oh my goodness.
What was that?
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Oh boy, might be forced to edit this one.
So did Nate also give you his top albums here? So he listens to a lot of music still, obviously. Then
yeah, and that's the thing is like I didn't like he texted me about music of 2022, and I was just like I don't really listen to new stuff. Certainly not like paying attention to what's coming out and listening to it, which I think he does. So yeah, that's why I kind of chose to do a cram right at the end. Up next, we have a women's burgundy long. See, this is the point where I always get caught up because it's too many words. It's a women's long sleeve shirt.
By Blair. It's a Blair.
By Blair. A repeat brand. Did you say the weight on that already?
Sure, 12 ounces. Do you want to know the actual price?
Well, wait, what are the dimensions? Oh, it's only 12 ounces. Okay.
508.
Sold for $16.39. Profit $7.24. Listed 3 days after Thanksgiving. Is Thanksgiving on the 20th? Is that, how does Thanksgiving work? Is that a different date every year? Is that just
it's like the third
Thursday
or something, or fourth Thursday, and something like that. Because it was on the Thursday this year, I think, right?
Right. Then we have a Croft and Barrow women's cardigan. What's the name of that? What's the name of that cardigan song?
Love Fool? You're not going to get me on that one.
I know. It's just, I love it so much that you, like the first time I ever asked you that, you just knew it. And I was like, if you would have just known which song, if you would have been like, oh, the Love Me song. But yeah, like you knew it was Love Fool, which is tricky because they don't really, I don't think they ever use those words in the song. So,
It was on my Love Hits 1998 mixtape,
Love Hits. On the blank tape card in the case, was it like a heart and then hits for
right,
Love Hits?
Yeah. Love Hits, of course, yep. Yeah. Yep. And I'm pretty strict about that. Put the name of the band and the actual name of the title.
Oh God, you gotta.
That's $8.30 in a padded flat rate envelope.
Oh. Sold for $21.74. Profit $8.02. Listed $11.22.22.
So interesting situation tonight with my fantasy team. I'm in a championship in one league.
Wait, was there a Monday night game tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, I totally forgot.
Oh man, you haven't heard about the Monday night game tonight?
No. Did something?
Oh my God, dude. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, this is just you being sorry and fucking with me, though.
No, I am not. I swear to God. So I had Josh Allen tonight, and I needed 2 points from him. So instant win. So I go to check my phone.
Oh God, did he die in the first quarter?
No. He had 2.5 points. And then I saw in there that the game has been postponed and maybe canceled. And I was like, what the hell's going on? And like, okay, so it's probably going to be huge news. I can't remember that guy's name.
Oh my God.
But a Bills defender hit in the chest and went into cardiac arrest, and they were doing CPR on him, and they took him to the hospital. The last I heard, he's in critical condition, so he's still alive. But
wow.
Yeah, you have to check it out. But yeah, it's crazy.
Who were they playing? That was a guy from the Bills. Did you say?
Yeah, from the Bills. They're playing Cincinnati.
Oh wow! Holy cow! No, I was totally I kind of forgot, and at the same time, I was also thinking well, I think they're done with Thursday night games now, so maybe they're done with prime time altogether. But I guess it makes sense that they would have completed the week with it.
His name is Damar Hamlin. I'm sure he'll be a common name after this. But yeah,
how far into the game did that happen?
I think there's 5 minutes left in the first quarter.
Holy cow! And that was it. They stopped the game, and that was it.
No, that was it. Yeah, I don't. They said postponed, so I don't know if they're still gonna finish it at some point.
Oh, sure. But... Yeah. I guess I'm trying to think. I would imagine. I don't know offhand, but it wouldn't surprise me if either of those teams there's still playoff or implications or seeding at least.
Yeah, for sure there is. Yeah.
Huh. Wow, shit. And I mean, just aside from that, I wish I would have seen that, but I totally would have watched Bills Bengals. That probably would have been a good game. Huh.
Right.
All right. Well, up next we have a Department 56 tournament. A red teardrop. I remember early in the Christmas season, there was a few Department 56 ornaments sold, and I remember I was asking about that, what's that brand or whatever, and I remember you saying, "Oh yeah, I mean, I think most people think Department 56 when they think of these things," and I really thought well, I don't think most people do. I think you as a reseller do because you know it. But ever since, I gotta hand it to you. There's been a lot of Department 56 sales, so I guess that must be a thing.
I saw a thing about Department 56 on the news the other week, that it was developed by a Minnesota man that worked at probably get this wrong at what's the name of that floral place that's in there? What's down here?
The what place?
Like a floral and nursery place.
Oh,
Bachman's.
Oh, okay.
So he started making these things, and we call them. I don't remember why I call them Department 56, but yeah.
Another thing. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
$9.89.
Department 56 ornament sold for $36.35. Profit $17.52. Listed less than a month ago. December 10th. Okay, what were we talking about? I was going to say something.
Department 56, Bachman's, Minnesota connection.
God damn it.
Prison Files, VHS tape.
Yeah, I don't know. It wasn't that, but it's not now. I'm just going to let it go. Maybe it'll come back to me. This was a very interesting item. The Prison Files Uncensored Banned from Television VHS.
Yeah, I don't know. That's their gimmick on there. It says banned from television. I'd be curious actually what was on.
Right. Maybe they just couldn't get anybody to run it just because nobody cared. So they were like, they wouldn't even show this on TV. God, I should just try to look up a commercial for that. I bet if there's a commercial, I bet it's awesome.
That should be. How does that Mr. Show skit go about? You tired of watching VHS?
Oh, the tape
What is that
trading
again?
thing.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Gosh, I don't remember that one now.
yeah. I'm a little spotty on that one too. Prison Files. Oh, it's not looking good on YouTube. It didn't autofill when I typed it in.
No.
Oh, the opening to Banned from Television, The Prison Files VHS. Okay, so far looks like we're in, it's like SWAT raids, like SWAT team raids.
Oh.
There's some inside prison stuff happening with SWAT teams. Yeah, it looks like also a lot of SWAT. Okay, interesting.
So basically everything that's on regular television today.
Yeah, exactly. Both real and fiction. This shit is constantly on now.
$39.
3 what?
49.
Oh, sure. Sold for $13.44. Profit $6.11. Listed November 21st, 2022. And then we have a CJ Banks women's sweater vest.
Can I really revisit the conversation? What's that?
Go ahead.
I think yours is really intriguing to me now that you hate what do you hate?
Yeah, I'll say mine because it's just one sentence. I really hate it when you close YouTube and then go back into it a second later, like I just did, and then it's not the same. It's reset,
yeah.
you know? I was just on Prison Files, and then I go back in, and it's just the homepage now without that. It's just fuck you, YouTube. So that was my thing.
I hate it when I'm watching a video, and I usually it's a podcast or something. $6.51 for that. And I'll put it in my pocket, and then it'll just, someone will touch it, and it'll go to a different video. It's that touchy. And then I have to go back, and then it doesn't find it right away. It's where's that one?
Yep, exactly. This sweater vest sold for $26.89. Profit $13.88. Listed September of 2022. Ooh, up next we have a heavy metal CD, King Diamond. Album title, The Graveyard.
That's probably one of the better ones, I would imagine.
You don't know? I thought you were a King Diamond head. Oh, so I was in my end of the year music cram. I was looking ahead to 2023 and wondering if it would be possible for someone with as much time as I have to actually keep up with music throughout the year as it goes. And I don't know about that because it seems like there's a lot that comes out every week. But I saw Obituary has a new album coming out in 2023. Nice. Yeah, pretty stoked about that.
Nice.
All right. I just realized that King Diamond is a CD and therefore $3.49 shipping.
Correct.
Which means it sold for $18.73, profit of $10.45, and that was listed on the 9th of this past December.
So less than a month. That's not bad.
Less than a month. Yeah, I feel like pretty much everything tonight so far has been pretty recent. Is this the double Moen set here?
I don't know. I don't
I'm
think so.
looking. Oh no, it's not. There's just two in a row. Okay, so then we have a Moen Showerhead. Oh, I actually have a question about a lot of these Moen items. A lot of the listings said installed but never used. I'm curious how
That's
you
not a
know they've.
question.
How do you? It was a pause for a dramatic
Okay.
effect. I was actually trying to remember what I was going to say. If they've been installed, how do you know they've never been used?
So these are returns. I shouldn't say I know for sure, but I mean they're pristine, brand new. But I could tell that they had been installed because there was either some scratching on
Sure.
the outside where they put a pliers or something on there.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
the rest was like brand new. Like it doesn't look like water had ever been gone through. So
Right.
and they come with the packaging. So they're returned to these are Home Depot returns. So
gotcha. I actually forgot while I was looking at this thing that the name of the tape was The Prison Files. So
yeah.
I was like, why is everything happening in a prison? I couldn't understand why every preview scene I was seeing seemed to be taking place inside a prison. Like, didn't we get any other footage? And it's called The Prison Files. So
Right.
yeah.
It's like when you're watching that Pam and Tommy sex tape, like, geez, all I gotta do is have sex. Oh, it's sex tape, right?
It's exactly like that.
871.
All right, the Moen Showerhead sold for $40.90. Profit $22.72. That was just listed. Let's see. Well, the 29th, whatever day that was, last week. And next we have another Moen item, a hand shower replacement.
Kind of funny thing about these Moen items too is they have a lifetime warranty. So like if you had a shower head handle that went out on you, you just have to contact Moen and they'll send you a new one. Or you could buy one for me. Either way, I mean, I don't care.
Does your, like, on eBay, like, if somebody was to say, if you were to tell somebody, hey, come and buy something for me on eBay, go to or search, like, what exactly would you search to find your stuff?
I don't know.
Is that even a thing?
Not really. I suppose I have a store name, but I've never actually. I don't even know what my store name is.
I don't either.
I should probably check that once because I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I know I said it at one point, but it's probably 8 years ago, and I've never really messed around
Right.
with it
Yeah.
since. So the end of the year, it was already being processed.
Ooh, yeah, that's gonna happen. It's weird that you would start that process and then go back and then try to do it again. Like, doesn't make any sense.
612.
Sold for $25.81. Profit $16.11. 18th of December listed. Onto an Under Armour gray sleeveless shirt. That's a size medium, which would be pretty funny to see me try on. Oh, now.
This is one of the many Under Armour shirts that you listed, maybe? Or
Yeah, I was thinking of that when this popped up. I was like, oh yeah, we haven't had too many Under Armour lately. And then I thought, well, I guess it's not really Under Armour season, really. Like, you wouldn't necessarily be buying a lot of workout stuff right now.
It's January 2nd. Everybody's buying workout stuff now.
Well, yeah, that's a great point. Yeah.
$4.39.
$4.39. Sold for $14. Profit $5.73. No list date on that one. And then we have a North Face long sleeve shirt.
I wanted to go back to the music story. So what was Nathan's top couple albums of the year? Did he give you those?
Let me pull that up here. I gotta go back a ways because he gave me his like 3 weeks ago.
If I know him at all, they're going to be bands that I've never heard of.
Well, I mean, that was my first thought, and I'm looking through it now, and I think you will recognize. He gave me, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Taylor
6,
Swift,
7, 8, 9, 10. He gave me 10, and you will recognize, I will guess, 1, 2, 3 names.
428.
What's that?
428.
Oh,
sorry for that shirt.
No, yeah, I forgot we were working. North Face shirt, I think, sold for $20.07. Profit $12.93. Listed June 30th of 2022. Up next, we have 2 turtleneck long sleeve shirts from Croft and Barrow. Okay, so he gave me 10, and he said he didn't have a number 1 that he's loved more than others this year, so he didn't rank them. He just gave me 10.
Okay.
And the first one is J.D. Beck and Domi, which I have never heard of and still haven't checked out. The next one, what's that?
I think I think I know one of their songs. Like, one of their songs is pretty popular, I think, right now.
Oh, really? On current pop radio?
Yeah, I think so.
Interesting.
I could be wrong.
So you've possibly, well, you feel like you have heard of them.
Maybe not. Sorry, there's a song that I just heard like on the radio the other day that happened to look, and I thought this was the name of the band, but it doesn't look like it is. So
interesting. Yeah, that would have.
Continue on. Sorry.
Yeah, and the next artist is Kendrick Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard of him?
Yep.
Okay. See, that was kind of a toss-up for me. I wasn't sure if you would know him. I should have known you would. Then next is, go ahead.
I was say, I think I did listen to that album, but I don't remember.
Okay.
I never got into Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, I hadn't either, and I know like Nathan has liked him for a while, and so I've tried. I've listened before, and it just didn't really do much for me. This particular album from last year I've liked the most of anything of his I've ever heard. So I don't know, but then we have Vince Staples, who I had never heard of.
Nope.
Then next we have Rosalia, Rosalia.
Nope.
Vince Staples and Rosalia were both in the albums I listened to, and I don't think I loved either one of them. Next we have Taylor Swift.
Oh, he did have Taylor Swift in there.
Yeah. Then he had something called The Smile, which I listened to without knowing anything about it because it was on my list. And when I started it, I was like, well, I mean, I don't have a problem with artists sounding a lot like other artists, but I could just listen to Radiohead if I want to hear this sound.
Oh, really?
It turned out it was a Tom York side project, so it actually was him. I didn't realize it. So I only listened to that once, not knowing it was actually Tom York and like the guitar player from Radiohead as well. So I need to listen to that again in context because I was just like, well, I'll just listen to Radiohead. Then we have Beyonce, I think, as you said.
Oh.
And she was actually number one on my top 100 list. I didn't love it. I have one Beyonce album that I love, and I didn't love this one. Next we have Bjork, which I haven't listened to yet, and then Sedan Archives, which I also have not heard of nor listened to yet. And then rounding it out is Big Thief. Big Thief. Which, I mean, what kind of music would you guess that Big Thief does?
It's gotta be like hip hop, right?
Yeah. So my experience was Nathan told me he gave me his list, and I think Big Thief was on it because I just read it to you, and I was like, I haven't heard of most of those, and then he said, if you haven't heard of Big Thief, you should give it a shot. It's really good. And I absolutely thought it was going to be rap or hip hop just because of like the big thing, like Big Thief, I mean, that's,
Right.
and then I'm like, but also is that kind of racist? It might be, but yeah. And it's completely not, it's very much like closer to like folk music. And so it was really interesting. Yeah.
Those shirts are $8.30.
Why is that?
In a pad at flat rate envelope.
Oh, sold for $26.24. Profit $11.52. Listed the 14th of last December.
Yeah, I'm surprised. That's pretty broad. I mean, he has obviously Taylor Swift is like the biggest selling artist now.
Yeah.
Like, I'm surprised that would be even beyond his list because he was always like the underground, listen to weird stuff you never heard of.
Yeah. I think he has gotten to the point where I got to, and I actually got to it with that song Blurred Lines. You remember that song?
Right.
Where I actually realized as an adult that like there's still good pop music being played on the radio. Just because it's on the radio, like it's still really good. So I think he kind of realized that too. And Taylor Swift is pretty good, actually.
I've never listened to Taylor Swift album, so I should try that one.
Yeah, it's good pop. I think you probably appreciate it.
Yeah.
Up next, we either have an item that is related to the internet or hearing aids. You make the call.
$3.88. A remote control for some hearing aids.
Oh, that's right. I still just think I'm not sure how that works, but you can just really mess with somebody, and it would be fun and sad. Sold for $62.49. Profit $35.62. Those were listed November 26th of 2019.
So, Tara's grandma's moved into a nursing home now.
Okay, is that like brand new?
Yeah, like last week, like 2 weeks ago, she
Oh.
fell and hit her head,
Oh no.
and it really fucked her brain up.
Oh boy.
But she's kind of getting a little better, but like, yeah, she's constantly confused, like doesn't know what's going on. So they moved her into the nursing home. So they're trying to move her down here, which would be nice to get her close.
Okay.
But when we were there, we had the door open and and she was doing pretty good at the time. She kind of knew what was going on. She was a little confused, but then there's like old guy in a wheelchair is like wheeling outside, and he looks at me, and then he starts wheeling towards me, and I'm just like, oh well, what's going on here now? And he like waved me out here. It's like, hey. It's like, yeah. I was like, what's going on? He's like, I gotta get out of here. It's like, oh, okay. What's going on? It's like, I got 200 cattle to milk, and I got
shit.
I got 500 pipes got to put in the ground. I gotta get out of here. And I just like, oh man, you poor guy, dude, just so lost. And
what did you do?
I'm just like, well, okay, let me see if I can find somebody that can help you, because I don't work here or anything. It's like,
yeah.
And yeah, it was sad, but it's like, so then the nurse has obviously done this a million times with them before. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, we're gonna stay here for now, and then we'll get, Mike called and he said he's got all that figured out.
Oh, nice.
And then, but yeah, just like, god damn, I hope I don't ever get like that.
I kind of. That's an interesting thing. The next item is a Paul Bunyan souvenir plate. Because when I think about that kind of thing and I hear stories like that, I definitely I feel like my reflex emotion is that's sad. But then when I think about it, it's like, well, it all comes down to how much they know.
Right.
If there's any awareness at any time, that they're just losing it.
Yeah.
Because if there's not, then fuck yeah, just live in your fantasy world. Great.
Right.
As long as you don't know.
It was probably more sad with Carter's grandma, because she was really confused, and she's like, am I in a loony bin? Because I don't know what's going on here. And she's like, am I going crazy? Like, I don't even know where am I?
Yeah.
And so she was confused, and she knew something wasn't right. And then, and Carl like, you're just having a bad afternoon. You take a nap and you'll be fine. And then sure enough, the next morning we visit her, and she was great. She was just like, she knew what was going on and didn't remember that episode. So sure. I mean, you're right. Like, it in the long term, it doesn't really affect them because they don't remember it anyway.
Yeah. Still, I think it's definitely, it does definitely feel like one of those things where it's harder on everybody else, maybe.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Because that is tough to see.
Yeah.
Especially when you don't have any answers. Like,
right.
What do you say? Yeah.
$7.52.
Paul Bunyan plate sold for $19.55. Profit $6.88. Listed December 19th.
This is a plate from the Brainerd Paul Bunyan land up by you.
Yeah, I actually went and looked at that, which I don't do very often, but I looked at that pictures of that plate. It looked pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't normally list plates like that, but I thought it was, like I said, it was kind of a nicely done plate, I guess. I don't know.
Like, that souvenir has been done a million times, and it was a cool looking one considering how many are out there.
Right, but I didn't find any that were exactly like that, so that's why I kind of listed it. But there have been a bunch of them.
Right, and that's what I mean. Like the Paul Bunyan and Babe the Blue Ox.
Oh yeah, right.
Representation is on a lot of stuff in a lot of ways, but yeah, that one looked especially cool.
But I wonder if we're in Minnesota, so we see that shit all the time. But I bet you that's not like a huge thing throughout the country.
I'm sure not. In fact, I wonder how far. Like, is that just a Minnesota thing? Or is Paul Bunyan like a whole like Midwest thing, like upper?
I
don't know.
I don't know. Hey, why don't you comment below if you've heard of Paul Bunyan?
Yeah, let us know your geographic location and your knowledge of Paul Bunyan. Really help out. Up next, we have a Sports Illustrated. Also, note in the comments if you've ever heard of Lionel Messi. Is that a name you recognized, Rick?
Of course, everybody knows who Lionel Messi is, right?
He played hockey for the Rangers in the 90s, didn't he?
I saw Pele died this weekend, huh?
Is that true?
Did you see that?
God, you're bringing all the morbid sports news.
I don't know.
No, I didn't see that. I mean, I certainly wouldn't have been able to tell you that Pele was necessarily still alive either, but that is obviously the one, worldwide household football name.
Football. Let's go to the United Kingdom. I feel like I need to box this a little better.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
I just got a little envelope, but it'll probably get damaged. Do a little better.
Now, this one I think didn't have a list date, or I had to add because it seemed like it was probably pretty old. Do you remember how long you've had this one?
Yeah. 2016. Probably about May or June of 2016.
So you've never bought Sports Illustrated's not off the rack, so that's how you know for sure that that's when you got it.
I know because what I was doing for a while is I had my nephew was selling subscriptions to raise money for his hockey team. So I did him a huge favor and bought 6 subscriptions of Sports Illustrated.
Wow. And
then I just resell them and make money off them. Because, you pay like $1 per magazine with a subscription. And it's one listing, 6 items, one listing, so it's easy enough. So that's where these all came from.
Gotcha. Do you remember there was some commercial from our childhood where at kind of one of the major memorable lines was "Pretty sneaky, sis." Does that ring a bell to you? Do you remember what that was for?
No way I was going to think of that.
Yeah. God damn it. Anyway, that's the line that came to mind when you were talking about your little Sports Illustrated pyramid scheme business. Pretty sneaky, sis.
Probably cheaper to go through Amazon eBay. So let me check here.
Okay. I once again already forgot that it was.
Hold. What? Forgot what?
I was gonna hold. I was gonna respect your wish. I forgot that it was going to somewhere. Where's it going? London?
Yes, actually London. I didn't say London. I said UK, but I just gone London.
Yeah, well, I remembered seeing it when I was looking through the orders. It was one of those things where I was looking through the addresses to make sure there were no separate orders for the same person.
Yeah.
And then so I saw the London address first before I saw the item, and then I was like, "Whoa, London!" And then I quickly scanned over and saw, "Oh, sure, soccer, of course, makes sense."
$14.
All right. Sports Illustrated sold for $20.33. Profit $2.69. Listed 5 or 6 years ago.
Now that's how you make money.
Little by little, bit by bit. Next we have Hot Wheels Ford Coupe Hot Rod.
Yeah, how about this? 2 of Nora's listings sold this week, and she was pretty pumped to see that.
Are you selling their toys and giving them a cut? Is that what's happening?
No, I didn't. I told you when Nora came down and was working with me, like I made the
Nora's
listing
items, Nora's listing,
and she took,
sure.
yeah, and she took the pictures.
Yes.
And then, yeah.
Right.
So like, yeah, this weekend, the one sold. I was like, ooh, Nora, look at this. And she's like, you sold? It's like, yeah.
So she just remembers, like, you just showed her a random thing. She was like, I know I did that.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I'm definitely like, I don't generally know like how much a kid like that like retains and remembers, but I was just realizing, I was thinking about it, I was like, my perspective on like what people could remember is like based on my roommate. So it's just like, oh man, I don't have any frame of reference for what the average person can remember.
Wait, she remembers last week? That's crazy.
Yeah, right. Seriously, like 3 days ago she remembers. Wow.
$4.27.
All right. Hot Wheels sold for $13.85. Profit $6.06. December 18.
So I'll make sure I pay her for $6.06.
So she is getting commission.
Yeah, I'll give her her money.
Nice.
I got to try to get her to reinvest it into another product that she can list for me. We really snowball her business here.
Fucking Zach Morris as a dad over here. All right. On to a 1978 Minnesota hunting regulations booklet. Obviously something somebody would buy.
Yeah, you never know what the regulations were, but actually I think it's Les Kuba that did the cover, if I remember right. Who's that famous Minnesota artist?
Okay. I was trying to think of, I've never heard of him. I was trying to think of a more like more scuba joke I could make, but I couldn't really think of anything other than that. So,
maybe it's not. I didn't put that in title, so maybe it's just some random. I don't know.
Yeah, if you're pulling that guy's name off the top of your head, it seems like you would have put it in there.
Ron Sherritt wrote this thing though, so that's pretty good.
Minnesota Bound.
You do know he is. All right.
I know him.
Think
yeah.
you know who that was.
Always saw commercials for that show during Twins games back in the day. It's my only frame of reference.
Do you remember his dog's name is?
Oh God, he did say it in the commercial, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. I can't think of it either, but
shit. Nope.
I watched one recently, and he was like, "Yeah, this is whatever the dog's name is, number 8 or something." He said so many of these dogs, he just names them the same thing over and over.
Right.
So funny.
I wonder, do you know anything about that guy? I wonder what that guy's story is. Like, who is he? I mean, he has the show. I know he has the show. and has for like decades, it seems like.
Yeah, he has for sure. He wrote a book. There was a book that he wrote in the 80s about Minnesota fishing.
Does he have like a doctorate in nature of some sort, or like do you know if it's like an educated thing, or if he's just like a dude who became a guy?
A dude who became a guy. I don't know.
He's a dude who knows what a chick wants to hear when he thinks he's talking to. I fucked it up, but you got it.
Yeah, you did. I got it. Yeah, you'd have to look it up. I don't know for sure. It's out of my head.
Yeah, it's interesting. Because I mean, he made himself basically like a household name. If I know him, you know, I mean, in Minnesota,
right. At least in Minnesota for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I mean, that's significant. And so, but then it's like I have no idea who this guy is.
$4.12.
Okay, I was just gonna say, I'm not sure if we're. The hunting regulations booklet sold for $19.53. Profit of $12.60. So the state there. These are. Man, when I listed this next item, I was like, I might buy this. And then I didn't, but I kind of wanted to. 1982 Ford Mustang Cobra Minnesota North Stars trading car. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and this is Nora's other item that she listed.
Yeah.
I took pictures of anyways.
I mean, pretty much anything with the old North Stars logo on it is pretty sweet, but this little car, love it.
Yeah, just think you could have given my daughter money for her college fund.
Maybe if I would have realized it would have put me over the edge.
367.
All right, the car sold for $15.45. Profit $8.68. Listed $12.18.22.
Right over $14.74. She's gonna blow it on LOL surprises. I know that's what she spent.
Is that like an app? What is that?
No, it's just Shopkins. Remember Shopkins?
Yes, vaguely.
Like really small little
tiny
dolls.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're not quite that small, but they're small little dolls, and you get like all these little fashion accessories that you can get with it, and you end up losing half the stuff before you even get it put away. It's crazy.
Okay, I have a question. Do you have any idea when Shopkins were a thing?
In the 90s, I think.
Okay. That's really funny to me because I don't know if you remember, but the first time that Joanna came up to Moorhead and like her and I came and hung out with the gang, you know?
Yeah.
She was talking about how she was from Hopkins. And I think we were out smoking, so maybe you weren't there. It was like me, Meyer, maybe Hoda, and she said I'm from Hopkins, and she made some joke about like, you know, in spite of the name, not everything is really small there. And she tried to make that joke, and it totally died on the vine. Like nobody understood what she was saying. They didn't, like nobody got it, including me. I didn't really know what she meant either. And so that's always like been a thing. Like I could text her that right now, and we've talked about it over the years enough to where she would just laugh. So yeah, but now there's like I remember Shopkins, and so that's obviously very close to Hopkins and super small things. So I wonder if that was influenced, like why she made that joke. Anyways. Yeah. We have a Johnny Rockets original hamburger hat. I would eat a hamburger at something called Johnny Rockets for sure.
I was just gonna look to where Johnny Rockets is, because I've never seen one before.
No, I've never heard of it.
Damn it. I hate when you click on something and before it moves away to the next page, you see the actual link you want to click on.
Yeah.
Because the internet's not fast enough. You can still read before you after you click.
Exactly.
Shipping for that is $4.39.
Johnny Rockets hat.
Sold in California.
sold for $17.66. Profit $10.73. Listed the 27th of December. You found Johnny Rockets in California?
Yep. And this one is going to California.
Well, there you go.
Huh.
Up next, we have a Groundhog Day movie clock bulb.
And this was officially my last one. So next one I have to make some.
I like to say a prayer and wish for world peace. I like to say a little prayer and, wish for world peace. Sweet vermouth rock for the twist.
It took me a second there. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, I just realized, why have I not been doing a Groundhog Day
right,
every time we sell one of these? I've never done it before. That's insane.
That's a great bit that you miss out on this.
I know. I am IRL regretting it as right now.
You know how much to ship one of those things?
I don't remember how much those are.
$3.88. I don't think it's always the same.
Yeah. Doesn't seem familiar. Sold for $15.21. Profit $7.53. Did you increase the prices on those? I feel like that's higher than usual.
Nope.
Listed November 16th of 2021. And then we have a 2022 fantasy football ring, size 13.
If you weren't watching the game tonight, what were you guys watching tonight?
I was in the living room until Blue Bloods came on, and then I was about to transition anyway, so then I came into my room and was either listening to a podcast or music. I don't remember.
Do you guys watch any NBA?
I think 0% of NBA has been watched by. Actually, no, that's not true. We watched Game 2 of the Timberwolves, what have yous, last year in the playoffs. Memphis.
Oh wow. Okay. Yep. 4.28.
Fantasy football ring sold for $17.95, a profit of 58 cents.
Yeah, I was on sale this weekend. I guess
Nice. Listed September 22nd, 2022. I wish I could get that song from all the old NFL films shows, like highlight shows, playing underneath when we have a fantasy football ring, just to give it an NFL feel,
What was the guy's name that did those? Do you remember that?
Fudge.